welcome back to Clean with Kate. Today I'm taking you into my dining room and my conservatory. I've been having a bit of a move around over the weekend and what I call winterizing my conservatory, which means I've had to bring a lot of the houseplants that are quite tender into the dining room because I didn't think they'd like the succulents like this. And they don't particularly like being left in the conservatory over winter because it can get too cold in there for them. So I usually bring, they're good, they do really well in there over the summer, but they don't like it in the conservatory over winter. So I've got these Christmas roses that are in, the money plants. The money plants are kind of okay. They usually will be okay over winter, but it depends where they're positioned in the conservatory plants. And I've actually bought my amaryllis in. So they feel good. I'm hoping that they're going to start shooting so I can have them for Christmas, or just shortly after Christmas. I might have left it a bit late now. What else have I got in here? I'm not actually sure what this plant is, but it's been doing ever so well in this room. It's just been in for a while. And I've got a few other plants in here, cactus. I've got a Christmas rose that's actually in flower now. Look, it's not a Christmas rose, Christmas cactus. Isn't that incredible? I'm really pleased with that one. And I need to do something with this amaryllis. This is an amaryllis that I've had for quite a few years. It's produced a lot of green leaf this year, but I think I probably need to cut the leaves off now to encourage it back into flower. I have successfully got these amaryllis back into flower now for quite a while, but I can't remember, do I cut them now or do I cut them in December, January? Because at the moment it's filling up the bulb with all the nutrients from those leaves. Anyway, the reason I brought you in here was to show you what I've been doing in the conservatory. The other thing that I've been doing is pulling out these sort of bowls. These are bowls, in fact I may have missed the boat. I want to plant some hyacinths in here to bring them on so I'll have them just in the new year. So I'm going to fill this with compost and a sort of gravelly mix on top and plant about 8 hyacinths into this bowl. But I've got these lovely old china bowls. My husband has a vintage and antique china business, and actually this is a reject. I'm not really sure why he rejected this. I think it's either damaged or it's lost its lid, but anyway, it's fantastic for putting hyacinths in. So I'm just pulling out lots of old bits of china that I'm going to plant up. And what else I've done is, this is a sort of reproduction china foot bath, but I've noticed when I came in here, these are starting to shoot. These are my Paperwhites that I kept from last year. I'm not sure they're all alive, but you know what? Some of them are. So let's hope here. Here's hoping. So I've popped them in there now. So they had been I dried them out under the counter, but now they are out. I've given them a water, and let's see what happens. I'm going to feed them as well later in the week. But at the moment, I'm just rehydrating them because they have got quite dry. I've got another one over here. So I paid £3 for these last winter, and they were in flower when I bought them, or in bud. And I'm hoping that they've survived. It's always a bit of a gamble with Paperwhites, but anyway, because they are tender. So I've got another Christmas cactus here, which is budding up. I probably need to bring this into the house actually, and the same with this. This is very tender. I don't think this will survive in the conservatory. I just need a bit of a tidy up. Anyway, I have given the conservatory a really good tidy up, ready for winter. There's still quite a lot more to do because these plants are very leggy. I've done some deadheading, but as you can see, there's more dead leaves and deadheading to come off. I've taken all this off of them so far, but I spent yesterday afternoon just in here. I listened to a podcast. It was really relaxing, and I just started to take control of the conservatory, which had got a little bit out of hand. My husband's really kindly filled all these watering cans for me because I'd used all the water, sort of rehydrating quite a lot of these plants. So I think now these are mainly geraniums in here. There's a few geraniums and pelargoniums. I think I've got all the succulents out, hopefully. I need to do a bit of weeding in here actually. There's a bit of weed in this one. Should really be wearing my gloves. I think this is sap off that is not nice. But I think, I've got a nice pot under there I need to get out. I think I've got all the succulents off the shelves. So now it's going into its winter mode. So what I'll be doing over the next couple of weeks is gradually cutting the geraniums back a little further. Just getting ready for them to go into their sort of winter sort of semi-hibernation. They don't go underground, but they do sort of stop growing a little bit. And then I'll have to stop watering them and dry them out a little bit. If I overwater them, Oops, well, I'm tripping over the watering cans. If I overwater them, they'll rot off. So it's because they are Mediterranean. They don't really want to be wet and cold over winter. And I've bought these in as well from the garden. These have been out in the garden all summer, and I think they'll do okay in the conservatory. If it gets too cold, I might need to bring those into the house. We don't heat the conservatory. We have a heater in here, but it's literally, it only comes on if the temperature, it's a frost protection radiator. So it'll only come on if the temperature gets below 0, I think. Oh, I've just spotted something that needs to come out of here. So there are a few succulents still over here. In fact, that looks dead. Golly, I'm having my hedges cut today, and that probably needs to come in. So that's not, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. It's a bit, have a bit of a mess, that one. And there's a few more things in here I think that might need to come in. Golly, that's not going to survive down there, is it? What else have I got in here? Sometimes you forget what's in here. Oh dear. That's bone dry, so I need to rehydrate that one before I do anything. That's dried out so badly in there. I need to find a nice little pot to put those in, I think. They're all houseplants, so they probably either need potting up into bigger pots and bringing into the house. Let's just see what else is down here, because I may have missed some others. I'm not sure I got to this shelf. There's some lovely, look at that, lovely little baby geranium that my husband's propagated. This is sort of the nursery shelf here, but this plant has overgrown it so much, you can't see actually what's going on. Right, and another Christmas rose. I think my husband's been propagating, not Christmas rose, why do I keep calling them that? Another Christmas cactus, I think he's been propagating. Let's just tidy that up a bit. So I need to probably give those a water and get them doing something. I could do with another one in here really, maybe another couple. So I might try propagating some more. I've also got a casualty that's come in here. This plant, it's actually got babies in the bottom of it. So I thought I'd lost this plant. I'd overwatered it and it was not happy. So I brought it into the conservatory for a few days to dry it out. In fact, I think I'll pop it there so I don't forget about it. I thought I'd completely rotted it off. I might pop it into there. I think it's going to need, then I can't, oh, I can still overwater it in there actually. Whoops. I want to put it into a container where I can't overwater it. Let's see what I've got. This is my cupboard. The compost smells. Oh, golly, no, the compost smells bad, which is never a good sign. That means I've overwatered it and it's rotted. So I'm just going to leave that in here and let it dry out. I probably need to let my husband know. We need to pot that up. It probably needs to go into a very gritty compost maybe, because it obviously doesn't like being waterlogged. Anyway, it looks like they're coming to do the hedges along here. They're being done by a tractor. So the tractor's about to come past, as you can hear. Anyway, I just thought you might be interested in what I'm doing in the conservatory this week. I didn't make a video when I was doing it because it's quite a long job, and the light wasn't great. So I thought I'd just listen to a podcast and show you after I'd finished. I haven't quite finished yet, but I'm getting there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye for now.